In this video, we will show you how to replace your washer fluid reservoir on the Chevy Silverado. This will be located along the driver's side front of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The washer fluid reservoir is going to be located right along the driver's side front corner of the engine compartment here. We'll make our way down to remove the auxiliary battery tray. Now along the driver's side front of the engine compartment, we're looking at the auxiliary battery tray. We have to get this out of the way. To remove this, you're going to find that you have several 10mm mounting bolts holding it in place. I'm going to start with the one that's hardest to get to inside this area. Quick inspection of the hardware as we continue, replace it as necessary. Now continuing from here, you can see that we have 2 mounting bolts along the backside. We have 3 over towards the driver's side fender, and as you move towards the center where the engine compartment would be, there should be 2 bolts here, but it looks as though one of ours is already broken. Now we're going to take hold of the battery tray. We're going to lift it up on the forward side, sliding it away from this area along the rearward side. It actually makes its way underneath the fuse box. Let's have a look at where the mounting point is that's holding the washer fluid reservoir to the body of the vehicle. You're going to find a 10mm bolt. We can remove this as well. Now we can pause in the engine compartment. We're going to safely raise and support and remove the driver's side front wheel. After safely raising the front of the vehicle, we can remove the wheel by first removing the center cover. On the center cover, you're going to find that it has a couple notches. We'll just use a small prying device. I'm using a pry bar. Pop that out of place. Behind that area, you're going to find 6 22mm lug nuts. We'll remove all of those. The wheel out of the way, we'll start dislodging the inside fender liner. We really only need to dislodge the front of it. We'll start with the push clip on the inboard side here, using a trim tool. Just going to try to remove the center to unlock it. After it's unlocked, you can remove the outer portion as well. Now that push clip does make its way through the fender liner and into the washer fluid reservoir. Now continuing from here, let's remove our 10mm bolt right out here. Take hold of that and flex it out of our way. With the fender liner out of the way, let's have a close look at that washer fluid reservoir. We're making our way along the forward side of this. This is where you're going to find the washer fluid pump. You want to dislodge the hose from the bottom of the pump, but keep in mind if you have any washer fluid in here, washer fluid will make its way out of here. Have a collection receptacle handy. For this, I'm just going to carefully pry this out of place. Once you have it off of there, just a quick inspection, make sure it's soft and pliable. We'll set that aside. Now moving just above where that hose was located, you're going to find the pump electrical connector. Go ahead and lift on that locking tab and pull this up and out of place. Close inspection for corrosion on that. This looks good. Now we can make our way up along the outboard side of the washer fluid reservoir for the level sensor. Now out here on the level sensor, we have our electrical connector. Just go ahead and pull on that locking tab, disconnect it. Quick inspection for corrosion. Now there's one 10mm bolt that's still holding this in place. We can remove that and remove the washer fluid reservoir from the area. Now as we're pulling this out, along what would be the forward side, you have that washer fluid line making its way down along the side. We'll just gently pull this out of place. There it is, friend. Over on the bench on the original washer fluid reservoir, there's 2 pieces that we have to remove and transfer over to the new reservoir. You're going to find that you have a metal clip up along the top area here. This is where the battery tray had mounted to. We'll go ahead and pry this out of place. You can use a pick or a small screwdriver. Generally for this, you want to try to make your way into where the bolt hole is. There's a small locking tab. You can start lifting on that and pulling this out of position. A quick inspection, we'll set that aside, move along to the next one. That one's located just below where the level sensor would be. Same process for this one. You just want to make your way underneath that small locked area and pry this out of place as well. Go ahead and set this aside to dispose of properly. Let's prepare the brand new washer fluid reservoir for installation. We'll be starting with the 2 metal clips. We have the one that's going to be located just below that level sensor. Now for these, if you were to look at the metal clips, you're going to find that you have a threaded port. We want to have that threaded port facing towards what would be the front of the vehicle or front of the washer fluid reservoir. Go ahead and slide that right through. This is the area that your fender liner mounting bolt will go into. Now let's move all the way up past that washer fluid level sensor, and we're going to this top area. This is an area where the battery tray will sit. So we're going to have that area that has the threaded port, having it facing down. Go ahead and slide that right into position as well. And now we can get this into the vehicle. Now as we bring this up into the vehicle, we have that slot where the washer fluid hose should fit into. And if you were looking at the line itself, you can tell that it does have a bend in it. We just want to try to align that bent area with the small groove making its way down along the washer fluid reservoir. We'll plug this into the washer fluid pump. Spin this into position. Let's get our 10mm bolt in there. You want to press up on this. Go ahead and tighten that bolt. Time for the 2 wiring harnesses. We'll start with the level sensor. There we are. Let's move along the front area for the washer fluid pump. For the washer fluid pump, just take this and press it into position. Listen for a click. A little tug, make sure that's secured. Reinstall your fender liner. Let's get this in place. Get our push clip. Press in the outer portion, lock it in with the center. Moving along to our 10mm mounting bolt. Go ahead and start that in and snug it up. One last inspection in this area and we can reinstall our wheel. Start on all 6 of your 22mm lug nuts, we'll bottom them out, get the wheels safely back down on the ground and torque them to 140 foot-pounds. We've got the wheel back on the ground, we'll be torquing these to that 140 in a crisscross manner. Torqued. If you have a center cover, go ahead and install that now. Looking along the back side of the center cover, you're going to find an area that you can see a small diagram of a valve stem. We want to align that with the valve stem that's on your wheel. As we're aligning that, we'll also align these grooves with their corresponding slots on the wheel itself. Now that we've completed that, we're back up inside the engine compartment. We're going to put in our 10mm bolt, holding that washer fluid reservoir in place to the body of the vehicle. Go ahead and start it in, snug it up. Now it's time for the battery tray. When installing the battery tray, we're going to carefully start sliding it in along the rear first, bringing it underneath the fuse box. Once you feel as though you have that in place, start in all the mounting hardware before you tighten any of it. Just as I mentioned, with the removal process, we have one broken bolt. You'd want to install that as well, and then you can snug them all. And of course, this one as well. Okay friend, we finished the installation of our washer fluid reservoir. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and open up the cap here, we'll set that aside, and then top it off with your preferred washer fluid. After it's filled, close the cap. Make your way into the passenger compartment, put the key in the on position, and test the functionality of your washer fluid pump. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.